Hello YouTube, Coco here. I wanted to bring you another Blu-ray update for October of 2018. Just a couple things before we get started. I wanted to start off by saying that I'm very proud that pre-production for my next short film has been started. I've been working on it for about 2 weeks, hiring people. And we're holding auditions and everything. Everything is going great. That being said, if you want to keep up with updates on that, I have started an Instagram called Films by Coco. I will leave a link in the description down below, so you can check that out. I'll be putting up a whole bunch of behind-the-scenes stuff for that on that Instagram account, as well as some movie recommendations. So if you'd like to give that a follow, it would really help me out, and I would deeply appreciate it. The other thing is that I don't use digital codes, and my last update I had a couple people email me asking for codes, and I was just super busy, so I didn't get back to you. My apologies for that. If you want to contact me after this video for anything that has a digital code in this update, I'll be happy to send it to you, as well as anything from that last update. I didn't send any out, so yeah, I just wanted to get that out of the way. That being said, we're going to start off with new releases, as we always do. The first one is Hereditary. So Hereditary is a horror film that came out this year, I believe. It was not bad. I didn't think it was nearly as good as everyone else said it was. Even on the case here it says, my cat's meowing in the background. My apologies for that. He can get a little bit annoying. Try to block him out the best you can. There's not much I can do. But this, right here, it says this generation's next exorcist, or the next exorcist. I didn't think it was that good. I thought it was good, but not that good. It's an okay horror film from this year. I'd check it out. A lot of people love it, so you might be one of those people. Just kind of bland for my taste. I don't know. I'm usually a huge horror fan, which you'll see coming up here, but that one was meh. Next one I've got is Isle of Dogs. If you don't know, this is the next Wes Anderson film, and it's stop motion, so it's a lot like Fantastic Mr. Fox, although there are some big differences. This one I thought was a very worthy next up to Fantastic Mr. Fox. I still prefer that one, but this one was pretty good. I really liked some of the innovative stop motion that was going on. It looked gorgeous, so if you're into that, then this should be a great film for you. I'll give you a little bit of the back. Yeah, the animation was absolutely breathtaking on this one. I'm sure you've heard lots about it, so I'm not going to talk about it too much, but Isle of Dogs, pretty decent film. I liked it. Next one, pardon me, super unprofessional, is Death Wish, and this is Eli Roth's new film. Now, everyone hates this movie. It gets so much hate, and I'll be the first to admit, as an Eli Roth fan, that this one, Bruce Willis's performance was absolutely horrible in it. So Death Wish, my apologies, I had to take a phone call. Death Wish, terrible Bruce Willis performance, but I really liked it. I really liked it. I'm a huge Eli Roth fan. I don't think it comes near coming close to Hostel 1 and 2. Green Inferno I'm kind of mixed about, but this one was great. I thought it was very well shot. Writing was horrible, but overall an enjoyable experience. Not too gory, considering it's by Eli Roth. The next one up is my second favorite film of the year so far, although I would struggle to call it a classic. This is Revenge. This tells the story of a girl who is raped and left for dead. Pretty straightforward setup and everything, but really good in its execution. It reminded me a lot of something like Drive and stuff in that realm, kind of, I don't know what the word would be, very pronounced in its color palette and everything. But yeah, super great film. A little bit sleazy, but I'd still recommend it. Again, it's my second favorite film of this year. I think you should definitely check it out if you're a fan of that kind of genre. Great revenge film. Next one I've got is Garden State. There's going to be a couple movies in this update that I just kind of had on in the background and I didn't watch that well. This is one of them. It was fine. It's a coming-of-age story film. Yeah, I just got it for Natalie Portman because I really, really enjoyed Annihilation. In this one, she's obviously substantially younger, but yeah, not a bad film. I think it made top I'm a mess today, I'm sorry. Watch Mojo's top 10 list for hipster movies or something stupid like that. Not that that means anything because it's Watch Mojo, but fuck it. Next one, this one is one that the horror community really buzzed about for a long time. I think it's okay. I don't think it's nearly as good as everyone said it was, but not a bad film, I'd say. It's okay for Halloween. Now we're getting into Halloween, so you can look at that. And this is Terrifier. Art the Clown is the antagonist in this one, and I do believe that he is far better than Pennywise, but again, that's what everyone's been saying. Some okay gore effects on showcase here. Where this film really, really could use some work was the script. It's terribly written, it's terribly acted, so there's no real foundation to get behind this film. But again, you already know that. Art the Clown is still worth the watch. I hope that he gets a little bit of a better appearance in the future. Next one up will be, I've already talked about this franchise a lot on this channel. I adore this franchise so far. The third installment is so amazing, and that is Hatchet III. I loved the first Hatchet. I thought it was such a phenomenal slasher film. It's probably my favorite slasher film now. I'm not a huge slasher guy. But Hatchet 2 I found was a significant step down from Hatchet 1. Hatchet 3 gets it right back up there. The stakes are higher. There's a ton of kills in this movie, like a really, really high body count. And it's obviously ridiculously gory. So if you're looking to see Victor Crowley return again, I haven't seen the prequel to Hatchet, which will be literally called Victor Crowley, but this one was very good. I really enjoyed it. So if you're a fan of horror films, in particular if you're a gorehound, then I'd really, really recommend you check out Hatchet 3. Hatchet first, obviously. This next one is by Kevin Smith, I believe. It is the second inside his sort of Canadian comedy horror trilogy, and it is Yoga Hosers. I really, really, really love Tusk. It's one of my favorite movies to come out this decade. This one, it carries on in the same vein, not nearly as good. A little bit dumb, but then again, that's what these movies. That's where they come from. They're dumb horror comedies. But ultimately, Tusk I thought had a lot to say in a very unique way to say it. This film, not so much. I didn't care for Yoga Hosers that much, but it's not bad. It's not bad. It has Johnny Depp's daughter in it, and then that'll be Kevin Smith's daughter. I think that's his name. I could be fucking that up too, but yeah, Yoga Hosers. Give it a shot. The third one is coming out, I believe, in 2019 or 2020, and it's called Moose Jaws. So it's going to be Jaws with a moose. As a Canadian, I am so fucking excited for that. You have no idea. Next one, this one I just watched last night. This is Sleepaway Camp. Sorry, we're getting into the Scream Factories now. I've got a couple of those to show you. This one I thought was okay. Like I said earlier, I'm not a big slasher guy, and this is like an 80s slasher film. But without really robust gore, I thought it was kind of tame. The twist ending was good. I enjoyed it. I didn't think that it didn't catch me totally off guard, but it was good enough, I thought. Yeah, overall an okay movie. You probably have heard of it. If you haven't, then I don't really know how else to describe it. I hate the thing that these old 80 movies, these old 80 slashers do with like the whole POV from the killer's perspective. I'm not a fan of that, but I don't know. Obviously, it does have a place with fans somewhere. Racket. This is the next film by the director of Backcountry, which I can't speak highly enough about Backcountry. That movie is so fucking amazing. Another Canadian production, by the way. This one was okay. This was another one of those movies that I kind of had on in the background. I didn't pay too much attention to it, which I should have, because what I saw I really, really liked, and I will be revisiting this. It's a Scream Factory as well. This will be the alternative artwork for you.
overall, not a bad film at all. Much in the same vein of The Witch, it was produced by the same people, so... if you've seen The Witch, I didn't actually care for The Witch, but I thought probably Racket was better from what I saw. This next film, this is my favorite film of 2018 so far. I adore this movie. It's so fucking amazing, and not a lot of people are talking about it at all, and I think that you should definitely give this one a check if you are a film fan, and it is Low Life. Yeah, this one just came out this year. It's a Scream Factory as well, and here's the alternative artwork if you're interested in looking at that. I don't really know how to describe this to you. It's it's a movie. It's much in the same name vein as like Pulp Fiction would be. It shows you little increments of the story, and then as it progresses, we see how all that comes together. Ridiculously well written, lit amazing, directed amazing, acted phenomenally. This is one that I really, really can't recommend enough. It's so amazing. If you liked Good Time last year, I think you'll really like this one. They're not that similar, but as far as like not being able to take a breath, this is that movie for you. Please go watch Low Life if you haven't already. Now we're getting down to the bottom two. This one's fucking flew way over there. This is the second last one. This will be the last Scream Factory. It is Nightbreed. This movie, I thought it was okay. It's kind of a cool story. They lost all the footage and everything, I believe, or the studio wouldn't cut it, or something happened, so the original film was not what the director wanted at all. This is the director's cut of Nightbreed, and the coolest thing that it has going for it, in my opinion, is that it is based and takes place in Edmonton, Alberta, which is actually where I live. So if you live in Edmonton, you should watch it. I don't know. It's kind of a story that shows, I don't know if you'd call them demons, but monsters from another world, and they're kind of portrayed as the good guys, which is kind of cool. I did think some of the makeup effects were very dumb, and some of the characters just look stupid. I'm not gonna lie, there's no tiptoeing around it. But some of them looked okay, and it was a cool passion project from the 80s, I believe. Check that one out. The last one I have is my sole criterion for this update. It is from 1942 and stars Katharine Hepburn. It is Woman of the Year. I love the Philadelphia Story. It's one of my favorite films of all time. I think that movie, it's like where romantic comedies started and before they got like really bad. This one was the follow-up with sorry about the glare that's been going on throughout this whole video, but yeah, this one was kind of her follow-up. Not nearly as good. There's one line in here that is so obnoxiously racist. I was just sitting, I like cringed a little bit, and it would not fly today at all. But it's okay. It's okay. Definitely better places to start if you're looking at getting into classic cinema. I recommend Philadelphia Story, obviously, as well as Gilda. That one is another one of my favorites that you need to watch. That one has Rita Hayworth. Yeah, I think that just about does it for today, pardon me. Like I said, I'm going to link my Instagram in the description, so if you want to give that a follow, or at least check it out, that would really, really help me out. I'm going to be doing a ton of production pictures and everything behind that. So that being said, I just wanted to thank you for watching, and again, if you're interested in codes or anything, just let me know. Thank you very much, and I hope that I see you again next month.